Stephen Body, first one in. What is going on? He is ready to watch his teammates win for him. Now, I'm an impartial person, but, you know, usually I root for the home team while I'm here. Maybe if you weren't taking the day off, maybe I would have rooted for you, Steve, but... Oh, what a start from Matt Lawless. Big strike right there. Sarah already liking the live. Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate that. Keep it going. Keep those likes coming in. I'll be rooting for you on Sunday. How about that? How does that sound? I'll be rooting for you and Billy. How about that? I'll be rooting for you, Billy, JT, even C. Maybe I'll root for C that night too. Are you bowling on Sunday too, Sarah? Yeah, I know. I mean, I always root for Sarah anyway. I'll root for you every single match unless we're bowling against you. I'll probably still root for you even if we're bowling against you, but your teammates forget it. They're all gone. What a shot from not Lawless. Great start. Spare and a strike. Rachel, what is going on? Sarah with a nice fast burst and a let him cook. I love it. Let's go. That was a nice shot. It's tough kicking it over like that. Sarah sending a dolphin. I love it. Thank you so, so much. Number of viewers hit an all-time high in the past 30 days. That's pretty good. I like that. Yeah, I had a good Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble. Yeah, it was very good. Max came home, which was nice. We went to my mother-in-law's house and had dinner over there, so I didn't have to cook. That was very good, too. Mr. 5 Cents is here now, watching his brother. There it is. Oh, wow, I thought that was going to go for John. That looked like a good ball right there. All right, Peter Penny's up on the right. John Lescarbeau is on the left. Peter Penny off the head pin. John Lescarbeau, that's a great ball from John. Left with a big split. I actually like Peter's better. Peter off the head pin to the right this time. It's going to be a tough shot for John to make. Oh, that was the right try on it. Kick that pin over. We got Kevin Dietrich on the left, and Matt Nichols up on the right.
Battle of the heads.
It is and it isn't, Don. Like, that's what makes this game special. But also the pins weigh more than the ball itself, so they can take a beating and it'll be fine. Andrew, what's happening, buddy? Definitely makes spares and tens a lot more interesting in different ways to be able to hit the make the shots. Tomorrow night, nothing's going on tomorrow night. Sunday, there'll be a thing I'll be doing, but not tomorrow night. Happy Friday, Scott. Good to see you. Yeah, so this is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. It really should be. Yeah, that's on Sunday, Andrew. That is the Richie Mayer tournament. A bunch of people will be in it. Tomorrow night, I think, is a Friendsgiving with my friends, so Hopefully there's no tournament tomorrow night that I have to do. Can I please make it an event? I don't think so. Yeah, they were definitely made of wood back in the day. In fact, here at Riverwalk Lanes, there's actually still some wooden pins set up on the side. Okay, yeah, I can make an event for it on TikTok. It is hard to get a strike here. This is definitely more of a spare game or even a 10 game than anything else. This is American bowling. It's actually came out before 10-pin bowling, believe it or not, back in the 1880s. Yeah, Florida, that's all you have is 10-pin bowling. You have some duck-pin bowling places also. But for the most part, it's just 10-pin bowling down there. And 10-pin bowling is a fine sport, too. It's just, I don't know, leaving the wood down makes it a whole lot more fun. You get 3 throws instead of just the 2. So you get more for your dollar. It's like a great deal. Why don't you throw it overhand? Well, you see this line 10 feet out. See if I can do it right there. That's called the lob line. And if the ball has to make contact with the lane prior to that, or else it's the foul ball, same as if it went in the gutter. If you get them all down your third ball, it is not a spare. If you get them all down your second ball, it's a spare, just like in 10-pin. On your third ball, it is just a 10, and that's it. Nothing extra. It's still a 2.5 pound ball. It's not like it's an easy throw to overhand it, just so you know. If you've ever played bocce, it's about the same size and weight as that ball. Yes, yeah, this is just a Candlepin lane. In this area, Candlepin is the most popular form of bowling. So you'll see most bowling alleys are just Candlepin alleys. Where is the Riverwalk? Riverwalk Lanes is in Amesbury, Massachusetts. One of the greatest towns in all of Massachusetts. Thank you, Mandy. I appreciate it. I love hearing that, you know. Thank you, Lee. I was going to do the exact same thing because I hadn't seen you yet. Hello, Brian from Texas. Good to see you.
Hey, how much that out of you?
Depends on who it is. Males and adult males generally throw it about 30 to 35 miles an hour. Some people do throw it a little bit faster. Some people throw it a little bit slower, but 30 to 35 is about average. Both these guys throw very, very fast. They're probably closer to that 40. Oh.
Hey, grab a bunch. Come on. You come. Come on, bud.
Tim Douglas is the brother to Scott Douglas, who bowled with me a couple weeks ago. Last week? I think it was last week that he bowled with me. When he threw that 639 for my team. Who's on my team on Sunday? That is me, JT, C-, Steve Boddy, and Billy Shiner. That's okay, Lee. I get it. Going out deer hunting, it's a lot. It's cold out there. So, because this is an old bowling alley, the ball returns are on the outside rather than the inside of the lanes. So that's why they have to switch their balls back and forth. I know you don't see that too often, especially in a newer house. Yes, Billy Shiner. That's him up on the left-hand side. He'll be bowling on my team. A lot of my Sunday team is actually here. I don't know. You'll have to ask him sometime.
Yeah, I just spilled my whole entire coffee. Only reason why I've got my hand.
Oh man, that's fantastic. My stepdad growing up always brought home venison, so we always had venison chili constantly. I haven't had it in years, obviously. I mean, I guess it's not that obvious, but my mom and stepdad divorced a long time ago. But that is one of my favorite memories with him.
Good bid. Nice ball. Next thing.
He'd go out bow hunting, though, with him. Wow, what a shot from Matt Lawless. What an incredible shot right there. Thank you, John Lescarbeau, sharing the live. As he's standing right next to me, I appreciate that. Gets more people to see it. The more shares we get, the more people get to see this game. So feel free to share it with your friends. There's 3 games tonight. The Friday Night Pro League is always 3 games. Yeah, Matt Lawless is on fire so far tonight, bowling really, really well. That first position might be the good one, best form. He's throwing a ball to clear the gutter because there was a pin that was still up there. On my team on Sunday, because I'm not bowling tonight. In my opinion, on the team Lafayette, probably Sean Landry. And on Central Park, probably, I don't know, there's some good ones. Maybe Troy. Fournier. Yeah, once in a while, but it's very, very rare. The pins actually take a lot of damage, and the average lifespan of a Candlepin is 15 years. So they last quite a while. JT, yeah. Yeah, but JT's the worst bowler on the team, so. He's literally like 2 feet away from me, so I can say that.
You could say it if you're not around, I don't care.
No, I would never say it if you're not around. I always say it if you can hear me.
You hear me, Wes?
Again, I was there. Don't say that stuff behind my back. You say great things behind my back.
Oh, that one
Okay?
is.
Into my face, you tell me I'm terrible. It's fine. Highest game I've ever bowled is a 164. I did it a couple of years ago for a single game. You get 3 tries per frame. Yeah, first ball is still a strike, second ball is still a spare, third ball is just total pinfall. So if you get them all down your third ball, it is just a 10 and that's it. Oh, Peter Penny's ball tailed off at the end there. We got the pay-per-view event, Kevin Dietrich and Matt Nichols. Got the hot pink Kevin Dietrich going tonight. No oil on the lanes in Candlepin. These are just straight dry lanes. That's why you don't see a lot of, hooking on the ball. Great ball from Kevin Dietrich all over the headpin. So you can run right down there if you have to. And you have no issues. Having that piece of wood in front isn't always a help. Shown right there from Kevin Dietrich. If that pin wasn't there, that would have taken out both those pins easily. Yeah, Kevin all over the head pin there. Great first ball. Eddie, I'm doing really good. Really good tonight. How about you, Eddie? What's new? How was Thanksgiving? There it is. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Kevin was so close on that one. Matt Nichols just got the single pin to hit. Can't hit the single pin. There it is, Kevin. Nice shot, kid. Taught him all he knows about bowling. JT up on the right. I answer every single question that I see, Peanut. But if you ever ask a question that I can't see, because TikTok filters things out, I will be recording on Sunday, yes. There's no film in these cameras. But yes, I will be recording on Sunday. Hey, after Christmas. Nice, I love it. How much is the average cost of a ball? In Candlepin, we buy them in sets of 4. And a set of 4 will run you between $200 and $400, depending on material it's made out of, style, a bunch of other factors. But between $200 and $400. How is this game played? It's almost the exact same as 10-pin, with first ball still being a strike, second ball still being a spare, and third ball being just total pink ball. And we leave the wood on the lanes to make our spares and our 10s. This is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. And there is no place near St. Louis. You're mostly only going to find this in northern New England and Atlantic Canada. Outside of that area, there is one in Albany and one in Ohio, and that is it. Highest score you can get is still 300. If you throw 12 strikes, just like in 10-pin, it is a 300. But it's never happened in the history of the game. Albany, New York, yes. What were you saying why not to, Dave? What were you saying why not to? Great ball. Tim Douglas. Nice strike right there. Steve, are you keeping score at home? That way, you know, we can keep an accurate score going. Good ball from Sean Landry. I mean, it is bowling. It's not basically bowling. It's not 10-pin bowling, but it is definitely bowling. See, I needed the assist from you. I can't commentate, read all the comments, react to everything, and keep score at the same time. I'm just not that good. I am not that good. It was nice when my wife used to show up and then she would keep score for me. Oh, nice shot from Sean Landry. Yes, it basically only exists in the Northeast United States and Canada. Yeah. 10-pin bowling, you get 2 shots. Because this is the regular bowling around here, just so you know. Like when I think of 10-pin, I know now I think 10-pin bowling, but when I was a kid and up until even I was in my 20s, I just called it big ball bowling because I had no idea that what it was really. Do I know the name of the game? Of course I know the name of the game. This is called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. It looks like they're just throwing it wildly as hard as they can, but they're really not. We could all throw it harder than we do. We throw it as hard as we can while still being accurate. No, duck pin is slightly different than Candlepin. They use a bigger ball than we do, and their pins are a lot shorter and look like 10-pin pins. Completely different game, though. There's actually many varieties of bowling with 10-pin, duck pin, Candlepin. There's 5-pin, 9-pin. There's a whole bunch of variety out there. Matt Lawless, beautiful ball right there, but leaves one standing. Billy Shiner, perfectly thrown ball, crushing the pocket there, but 7-10 stays up. Because they throw it so fast because they don't have a 16-pound ball to get all that kinetic energy from to knock the pins around. And so instead, with throwing a 2-pound ball, you need to throw it a little bit faster to get those pins to fly around. Yeah. No, listen, 10-pin bowling is a very fun sport as well. So I understand why people would want to do it. They like those big scores, and if you want a big score, don't come to Candlepin bowling. this is not the game for you. The grip, you're basically just palming the ball. You just palm the ball. Your fingers kind of go like around it. Rubber band bowling? I don't know what that is. So. You want to, it's more you want to throw it straight, but yes, you do want to hit the head pin off to the side. You want to hit it on either the 1-2 side or the 1-3 side. 150 is a great game, not a good game. It is an incredible game. So this is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. And in Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine, and Vermont, Candlepin is the most popular form of bowling by far. A good average is 100. If you can average 100, you'll be the best bowler one of the best bowlers in your league. You can average a 115 to a 120. You can bowl with these guys on the pro league. If you can average about a 135, you'll be the best in the game. So, wow, keep it going. Great ball. These guys are, the pro bowlers in this area. And you'll see them still miss shots because this is a very, very hard game. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of the pictures from Harvard Lanes. I really want to try it. I just haven't made it out there yet. My buddy Jeff Little is there all the time. Highest game ever recorded is a 245. It's actually happened twice. Ralph Sem was the first one to do it, and Chris Sargent was the most recent person to do it.
Break it up.
Because it's really hard, Mexican. The third ball is just for total pinfall only. So it's not a spare if you get them all down your third try. I love hearing it, Zaza. I assume XAXA is pronounced Zaza. That's how I'm going to try to pronounce it. Unless you say otherwise. But it's very fast-paced, and it's... I don't know, one of the things I like watching Candlepin better than I like watching 10-pin. It's just fast-paced, and they just keep going. There's no slowdown between the two. When I watch 10-pin, sometimes it's like I'm just watching nothing for a long time. Even though I still follow a bunch of 10-pin bowlers because I like bowling in general. And not to lie, I'm trying to convince. Oh, sweet. I love it. I'm also trying to convince more 10-pin bowlers that Candlepin is better, so. Kevin Dietrich. There it is. 4 Horsemen is very hard to get. Strikes are rare. So the average pro bowler will throw about 1 strike per game on average, according to Candlepin Bowling Network and Paul Grant. I hear that all the time. The 10-pin requires more skill, and I don't think it's true at all. They both require different skills, for sure. Yeah, like I said, the guys you're watching are incredibly good at this game. And you don't see them throwing strikes all the time just because it's hard to throw a strike in Candlepin. $5. Candlepin for Cancer. Kevin Dietrich owes a couple dollars. These lanes are from the 1920s. And the pin setters are one of the more recent ones. I believe they are from the 80s. I fully believe if someone had enough money and could open up some Candlepin bowling alleys around the country, it would do really, really well. It's just a different kind of skill that 10-pin requires. You got to learn the oil. You have to get the angles just right. Be able to throw the same ball every single time. That's the skill in 10-pin. The skill in Candlepin is the adjustments that you need to make your spares and your 10s. Yeah, we have one 10-pin place near me, and all of that's on strings. You'll never see a string in Candlepin bowling. Well, 10 pin also, your ball is huge. It takes up half the lane. So making your spares in 10 pin is easy. Yeah, skee ball uses wooden balls, and the balls there are much, much lighter. It is nothing like this at all. Well, you know I'm exaggerating, but when you're throwing a 4-inch ball compared to a foot-wide ball, it definitely feels like the ball is half the lane. You know what I mean? When your ball is a foot wide, the pin is 6 inches wide. I don't know how wide a 10 pin is. And then you got another foot on the other side. That's like almost 3 feet up the lane. If you want to make a single pin. Sometimes it makes it easier, sometimes it makes it harder. You have to learn how to use the wood, and that's a lot of skill right there. Oh my God, is this John? What? I've been wondering where you are. I haven't honestly seen you in it feels like 6 months. Yes, I will, as long as I can, I will figure it out for you. Hey, Kat, what's happening? Really, there's no duck pin lanes south of Virginia now? Max is great. He just got back from Spain, and he's loving it out there. Still bowling fantastic. He almost got picked up on one of these pro leagues. He didn't. They found somebody else in the meantime, but. John subscribed for the first time. Thank you, John. 18 of 20 subscribers now. 2 more, and I will throw a party, I swear. Now we just need Nick back, because Nick has also been missing for almost as long as you. Wow, what a shot. What a shot. 284, 284 for Central, 319 for Lafayette is what we have for completed boxes. Yeah, we only have I think in Massachusetts we only have 1 duck pin alley. Duck pin's a fun thing, but it's just not the same. Troy is on a spare for you. And that looks like about it. So Troy's on a spare. Matt Lawless is on a spare also? I missed it. Nice shot, Billy. Nice shot. You want to hit, I would say the 1-3 pocket, but it's not the same as what you guys would call the 1-3 pocket. You want to hit the head pin off to the side. You want to hit that basically empty space in between the two. That was a strike. Okay, thanks, Sarah. I looked away to try to look at the scores because it's all handwritten here, and I missed it completely. TikToker followed the live creator. Thank you. Oh, Matt Lawless all the way down the middle, leaving a big split. Oh, Billy Shiner. What a way to play it. What a way to play it. I don't think that's how he meant to do it, but it worked. John Lescarbeau on the right, Peter Penny on the left. I am not bowling tonight, Kevin. No. This is the pro league, and I'm not good enough to be on one of these teams still. I'm good enough to sub in once in a while, but for the most part, I'm just here watching. Same as you guys. Scoring is not the same as 10-pin. It's close. Strikes are still strikes, spares are still spares, but your third throw that you get is just total pinfall, and that's it. It does not help to curve the ball. Generally, you do not want to curve the ball because it takes away from the speed of your ball, and speed is a huge factor in this game. Oh, I don't know. The 10-pin jerseys are really good. I'll go with that. I'm going to go with 10-pin jerseys are the best. How often do you get strikes? So your average pro bowler, according to Candlepin Bowling Network, gets about 1 strike every game, on average. And that means regular bowlers get up even less. Matt Lawless got one. You do get 3 tries, yep. First ball is still a strike, second ball is still a spare, third ball is just total pinfall, and that's it. So if you get them all down your third one, it's just a 10 with no extra out of the next frame. That's really just to help your score. This is a very hard game. And we need 3 throws. So D-man, if you average 100, you'll be one of the best bowlers in your league. If you want to bowl in something like this, you got to average about a 115 to a 120. And if you want to be the best bowler in the game, you got to average about a 135. Biggest Candlepin bowling I've ever been to is Academy Lanes, Haverhill, Massachusetts. The largest Candlepin bowling alley in the world with 44 lanes of Candlepin action. And it is filled all the time. Every night it's filled, all 44 lanes. I don't know how many are left. It is much less than it used to be, that is for sure. But that's happening to bowling in general. A lot of places are closing. Properties are just worth more than bowling alleys nowadays. There is one in outside of Cincinnati, Ohio, if you want to try it. It's called it's at the Wyoming Civic Center, and you have to rent out the entire place if you ever want to try it. Score is kept almost like 10-pin, with strikes and spares being the same. That third ball is the only difference. Yep, lanes are the exact same length as a 10-pin lane. This is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. What averages this league about 115 to 120 is where you got to be. Why are the pins like that? Because this is Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. Wow. 60 lanes is a big bowling alley. Honestly, the 44 lanes is a big bowling alley. No oil on these lanes at all. It is a straight dry lane. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to deal with this again, John. I'm gonna have to deal with this again. Yes, there's definitely some synthetic Candlepin lanes. I don't generally bowl on them, but like Millis is a synthetic lane. There's a couple at, there's 8 synthetic lanes at Academy. Oh, you missed Gary already this year. We bowled him on Tuesday. Sunnyside is not coiled. It might have more of a protective coating down there, but it's not oiled like in 10-pin. Well, you can talk to Riverwalk and try to get it done. The lanes are, I know it doesn't look like it, but these are from the 1920s, these lanes. So they have had a lot of bowling at them. These are the Bullmore Type E pin setters. And I only know that because I was just talking with the owner of this place the other night. Oh, what a strike there from Sean Landry. Oh, yeah. So you're talking about Central Park lanes. I will, after Tim Douglas makes this shot right here, I will show you a ball. Wow, I thought he was going to do it. So the one I'll show you is a Cobra Pro Rubber ball.
Looks like Miller's going to take it.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's just so old. Here's the ball. This is a Cobra Pro Rubber ball. As you can see, it fits right in the palm of my hand. Those balls are for sale, by the way, if you were interested. I believe he said about $100 for them. Yep. And you pay for shipping. So if you want them, let me know. There is nothing in LA. I'm sorry, buddy. They weigh 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds is about what they weigh. Anywhere from 2 pounds 4 ounces to 2 pounds 7 ounces. But yeah, that was Kevin Dietrich's ball, and he was telling me that those are for sale. If anyone wants the set, he's got them. And those were very pretty Cobras right there. You don't see too many with that coloring. Yeah, outside of northern New England, you're not going to find a lot of Candlepin bowling alleys across the country. This is called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. That's what I tell everybody. It's so much more fun than 10-pin. Did I knock that over? My belly? Okay, hold on 1 second. I spilled Kevin's beer. I owe him a beer. I don't know. Sorry about that. Candlepin bowl. Trying to clean up all this. Much better now. Much better. Okay. Now get the camera angle back right. Here we go. Sorry about that, guys. I don't see people do the pirate. So they say punching the pins when you get a strike. I mean, they definitely have their own like spin moves and everything. Every single time they throw the ball. Yep, 3 throws per frame. Oh, I like that. Oh, there it is. Yeah, three throws per frame. First ball is still a strike. Second one's still a spare. Third one is just total pinfall. And at the half, it was 401 to 367. I think. No automatic scoring. In fact, here it is still pencil and paper. That's what makes it hard for me to read the score, what they have. I gotta kind of look over their shoulders and try to read their handwriting. It is not easy. It is not easy for me to let you know the scores. There are 10 pins up there. No projectors here either. No, it is literally just pencil and paper, and that's it. Highest game I've ever seen was a 204 from Steve Walker. It's the only 200 I've ever seen. I've also seen Josh Daly throw a 199. Arms don't really hurt things. For the most part, it's your knees and your elbows that'll hurt. But like shoulders and arms, it's not really that bad.
Hey, grab 3.
Brand of Candlepin ball matter. Yeah, it does. Because you need to know if you need a rubber ball or a synthetic ball or a urethane ball. You know, it's all, you know, it matters. Not nearly as much as it does in 10-pin. Not nearly as much as in 10-pin. Honestly, like, I could throw any ball as long as it's the same weight and it would be basically the same. But it would just react differently to whether it's on a wood lane or a synthetic lane. We all just have our preferences for the most part. I like my Cobras that I have, but some other people like the Paramount. They like their Comets instead. It's really just a personal preference, I think, for the most part. That's a good question. I would say the average age is probably 30 to 35. Maybe 30 to 40, you know, somewhere in that area. But then there's also some teams like Hingham, who's got a bunch of like 50 and 60-year-old people on the team, so might even be higher than that, honestly. Where is this? This is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. But like Matt Nichols is a young bowler. JT's a relatively young bowler. What are the pins made out of? They are like a hard rubber. Oh yeah, I've definitely seen. My wife used to bowl in an old ladies league on Tuesday mornings. It was a coffee league basically, and some of those ladies were still up there bowling, and they were bowling blind. Basically, they would ask what pins were still standing, and then try to hit it. What a strike there from Troy! 2 pounds 8 ounces, so exactly 2.5 pounds. Hi, glad to have you back, John. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Being a subscriber helps me so much. And like I said, I really appreciate it. I'm glad to have you back. And I made you an admin, too, so that way you can mute people if we have to. Yeah, we're close to 10,000 likes, guys. Also, 300 away from 10,000. Yeah, I'll be there on Sunday. Scoring system is almost the same as 10-pin bowling, not normal bowling, because this is normal bowling around here, just so you know. So you mean, is it the same as 10-pin bowling? It is almost the exact same, with the only difference being the third ball, which is just total pin ball. JT, what do we have for a difference?
3 pins were down.
3 pins. Lafayette is down right now. Timmy Douglas, great ball, but left a big split. That's okay, Lee. I appreciate it. Enjoy your vacation down in the Grand Cayman Islands. I'm very jealous. Oh, he hit it, but not hard enough. Yep, still 10 frames. Oh, what a shot from Sean Landry. Still 10 frames. If you throw 12 strikes, it is still 300, same as 10-pin bowling. Yeah, you definitely earned it. You definitely earned it. All right. JT says Lafayette is up 2 pins right now, plus whatever he gets on this fill. So, Timmy Douglas is going to need a mark here. And Sean Landry would have to miss pretty hard. Well, Ron, you don't have to miss it too much. I'm here, so you can just keep watching me every single week. Great ball there. That's a 7 fill. That puts them up 9 right now. Wow, great try from Tim Douglas. That gives game 1 to Lafayette. And Lafayette wins game 1 by 8 pins. Right down to the wire, single-digit differences. That's the kind of match you guys want to see. Like, that's great. JT is running down there. I don't know why. What is he doing down there? Oh, he's probably fixing the sweep. Mike McGann. That sounds familiar. Mike McGann is the man, according to Billy Shiner. Billy Shiner, a big fan of him. What kind of bowling is this, Bob? This is called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. Yeah, there's no Candlepin left in Rhode Island, unfortunately. Well, not baby bowling. It's Candlepin bowling. Do the lanes have oil? No. Well, he's up there bowling right now, so I can't really ask. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me, Bob. It is a very regional form of bowling, pretty much only found in northern New England and Atlantic Canada. So if you've never bowled in this area, then you might not have ever heard of it. No oil down there, Dogma. Don't worry about it. No oil at all on the lanes. Now Lawless. Oh, wait. Oh, what a shot. What a shot. Billy Shiner making his spare as well. Not quite as fancy as Matt Lawless's was, but... That would be hard to throw a 16-pound ball as fast as these guys throw their ball. Billy Shiner all over the head pin. Got one extra pin on top of Matt. But Matt's is a lot easier of a spare to make. Unfortunately, there's nothing in Connecticut. No, you have to go farther north than that. User 8026 and other numbers. Whatever you were asking, I can't read it. So if you're saying a word that might be dirty, just respell it to a different way. TikTok has filters on there to automatically block a lot of stuff. And if you're just going to ask a rude question, then just don't do that. But if you're asking an honest question, you got to spell it a little bit differently. John Lescarbeau missing off to the right, same as Peter Penning. Oh, okay. it doesn't surprise me. Many people have never seen Candlepin bowling before, and it shocked me at first when I started to go live, but now I'm just kind of used to it. Like, I'm glad to be able to share the joy that I get from Candlepin bowling with the rest of you guys, because I think this is just a great game, and it's so much fun. Even though I'm not bowling tonight, I'm having a good time just hanging out here watching it with you guys. Nice shot. Well, Cody, you're gonna have to come up here to northern New England and give it a try. If you're gonna come up here, I would do it soon, before the snow starts falling. You don't want to be up here when it's snowing. Just wait. Unless you're a skier. If you're a skier, come on up here. But much faster pace than 10-pin bowling. Definitely. You see, these guys don't waste any time. That's why we have a set of 4 balls. We don't just use one at a time. And so we're not waiting for a ball to come back. We're just grabbing the next one and going. Yeah, beautiful ball from Peter. Well, this is the most common form of bowling around here, so this would take the place of 10-pin bowling, honestly. I've never bowled at Olympics. Highest score, oh my lord. Oh, you gotta hate that. Hitting the headpin and getting a leave like that. Ugh. Highest score ever recorded in this is 245. It's happened twice. Ralph Sem was the first one to get it, and Chris Sargent was the most recent person to get it. Wow, he hits the object pin and just plucks that single one out. Anything over 200 to me is wild. He's certainly a great bowler. He still bowls. I see him at Academy Lanes once in a while. Your average pro bowler throws a strike about once per game. This is definitely more of a spare game or a 10 game instead of a strike. That's why the 200s are an incredible shot. Yeah, so that was Mike McGann's son who's watching. And then he asked how your mother was. I'm like, I don't know. Tonight, she's good, he says. You bowl 3 games tonight. Depending on the league, it's either 3 or 5 games. But tonight it's 3. 10 pins, same configuration as 10-pin bowling. JT with a great first ball. No oil on the lanes. Nope, it's just a dry wooden lane. There's no reason for the oil to be on the lane because we don't need the protection on the lane. We're only throwing a 2-pound ball. We're not throwing a 16-pound ball that's going to damage the lane, really. Ooh. Thought that would have gone for JT, but I 100% prefer this over 10-pin bowling. Candlepin bowling is the best form of bowling there is. Scoring is almost the same as 10-pin bowling. First ball is still a strike, second ball is still a spare, third ball is just total pinfall. So that's the only difference to that third ball. You get them all down your third ball, just a 10. Thank you for 33 shares so far, guys. I really appreciate that. Please keep sharing it. We're up to 600 viewers, and those big numbers. I like that. I didn't say the weight. No. The average ball weighs between 2 pounds 4 ounces and 2 pounds 7 ounces. Most guys who have their own balls are going to use either 2 6s or 2 7s. This is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts.
Like some people.
How is this not more fun? You get 3 throws, you get multiple different shots for your spares and your tens. I don't really understand how this couldn't be more fun. You know? You get to throw the ball as hard as you want to throw the ball? It just doesn't even make sense to me, that kind of question. This is Amesbury, Massachusetts, Beamer. Yeah, I like duckpin too. Duckpin's a fun thing, but because Candlepin and duckpin are almost too similar together, and I like Candlepin better, I would almost rather go 10-pin bowling over duckpin. Yeah, 100% troll, Steve. That's why he's already muted. We'll never hear from him again. The pins actually weigh more than the balls. So the pins weigh 2 pounds, 8 ounces. No, if you have one pin left. Oh yeah. On your second and third throw, if you leave one pin up, it's a 9. If you get it down on your second ball, it's a spare. If you get it down on your third ball, it would be just a 10, and that's it. I don't think that's ever happened, Sarah. I don't think anyone's thrown a 10-pin ball between the 9 and 10, but it's definitely happened many infinite times in Candlepin. Yes, foot fouls count. Yep. There's foot fouls and lobs in this. So the first line here is the foot foul. The second line up there is the lob line. Your ball's to make contact with the lane prior to that, or else it's a foul ball. Again, 10-pin bowling just isn't normally a thing around here. So most of these guys aren't going to be doing 10-pin bowling. John Lescarbeau was a 10-pin bowler also, but it just got to be too much to do both all the time. No oil on the lanes, that is correct. Nope. Creech, sending 15 lightning bolts. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's what everyone says, but the arm really doesn't hurt from Candlepin bowling. Believe it or not. Chick Crispy, my God. It's my 2 favorite things in the whole world. Candlepin bowling and Magic the Gathering. You don't want to overhand the ball, no. Because first of all, your ball has to land within 10 feet. So if you threw it overhand, you would be slamming it straight down. And that would be a bad thing. There's nothing in California. Sorry, JJ. Thank you, Critch. I really appreciate it. But yeah, nothing in California. Outside of northern New England, you're only going to find one in New York and one in Ohio. And that's it for the entire United States. Netanyahu, what's going on? Good to see you, buddy. You cannot clear the pins. That is not a thing. Before the first line, yes, you can. You generally shouldn't, because sometimes there's a little bit of a lip there, and the ball will kind of like bounce. Any PBA bowlers that do pin? I don't know. I don't know any PBA bowlers. We don't talk politics here. I'm sorry, buddy. It is at the Wyoming Civic Center outside of Cincinnati, Ohio. This is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. Now the one in New York is at Apex Gaming in Albany, New York. This is called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. I know I missed a question too. I'm trying. Same rules as 10-pin bowling. Almost the same rules as 10-pin bowling. Your first ball is still a strike. Your second ball is still a spare. Third ball is just total pinfall. We get to leave the fallen pins up there to make our spares and our tens. They really do throw the heat, yes. I feel like it's harder than 10-pin bowling for sure. Your average pro score, these guys are pro bowlers up there right now, and only average about a 115 to a 120. Yes, there is a Riverwalk really close by. It's one of the defining features of Amesbury. It goes from Amesbury all the way through it's like 20 or 30 miles of walking along the river. It's pretty fantastic. No, this has been around before duckpin bowling. This has been around since the 1880s, believe it or not. So a spare is just like in 10-pin bowling, where you get one ball for your next frame added in. Riverwalk Lanes has been around since the 1920s, believe it or not. Never a string attached to the pins. You'll never see strings on a Candlepin. There's sort of a pocket, but not really. Generally, you just want to hit the head pin on one side of it or the other. My highest score is a 245. Did a couple of years. Oh, so what did I say? No, my high score. Sorry about that. Hold on. I get the. My high score is a 164. 245 is the most that's ever happened. Sorry. How much do the pins weigh in height compared to 10 pins? So these are a little bit taller than 10 pins, and they weigh 2 pounds 8 ounces, while a 10-pin pin weighs 3 pounds 6 ounces. Riverwalk Lanes, Amesbury, Massachusetts. Strikes are very hard. This is not a strike game. This is more of a spare game, or even a 10 game than anything else. There's a strike right there. There's a nice shot. Made out of the same material as, I assume you mean the pins. The pins are not made of the same material. These pins are going to be solid rubber, while a 10 pin is coated with something in the middle. Yeah. 10 pins are made of like a bunch of different materials, so this is just, it's basically a hollow piece of rubber up there. Yep, 2 frames at a time. The one in Ohio is outside of Cincinnati. It's called Wyoming Civic Center. Why do they throw so hard? To get the pins to dance more, to make them fly around. Sounds like ceramic. It's definitely not ceramic. It's a hard rubber. Well, it's not dead wood, it's live wood. And if you can use it, it is live wood. If it's in the gutter, it's dead wood and then can't be used. There are no lanes in Atlanta. Nope. Outside of northern New England, there's only 2 in the rest of the United States. As far as I know, they've never had Candlepin bowling in Indianapolis. This is not baby ball bowling. I don't know what you're talking about. Your average pro bowler throws about 1 strike per game, according to Candlepin Bowling Network and Paul Grant. I have bowled at Sunnyside. I don't bowl often there. Maybe once a year, maybe once every other year. Dietrich, Spy Master of Trust, is my favorite commander that I have. I also am a big fan of Aurelia, the War Leader, Kalia. My Kalia deck is a lot of fun. As long as she stays alive, it's a crazy game. But yeah, they have duck pin bowling around. Oh, what a try! Yeah, he's going down to clear that ball out of the way because they do throw it awfully hard. So if the 2 balls connect, they can definitely take a big chunk out of it. They switch lanes every 2 frames. Yes. I mean, as long as you're only poisoning 1 person at a time, that doesn't sound that bad. No, the lanes are actually in decent shape. I know it looks really bad on camera, but that's because these lanes are from the 1920s. There's been almost 100 years of bowling thrown on these lanes. I have a brawl deck on Arena. And my favorite one there is Flubs. Flubs the Fool is hilarious to play. It is the exact same as 10-pin lane, yes. In fact, when we get new synthetic lanes, generally those ones we can just get in 10-pin lanes. Scoring is almost the same as 10-pin bowling, with the third ball being the only difference, and that is just total pinfall in that third throw. But everything else is the same, strikes and spares. If a pin is moving, you are not allowed to hit it. You have to wait to throw the ball until all the pins stop moving. Your average male throws the ball about 30 to 35 miles an hour. Score update right now is 199 to 213 with Central Park Lanes having a 14-pin lead. And we got one mark, and it's just for Central Park. I fully agree, Kyle. I love the sounds here. And the echoes in this place are just great. I love it. Your average score in Candlepin, if you can average 100, you'll be one of the better bowlers in your league. If you can average a 115 to a 120, you can bowl with these guys on the Pro League. And if you can average a 135, you'll be the best in the game. What's that? You know one? Is that what you said? Yeah, 135. The best in the game, that's all they have is 130. 135. Is there money involved? This is the expensive league to be a part of. But no matter what, if you do this, you're not going to make enough money to have this be your only job. This is a hobby definitely more than anything else. You can make money on the side with it, but you can do that with most hobbies. So that sounds like so much fun for Crispy. Drafting and cube are my two favorite things to do. So this is definitely harder than 10-pin bowling. That's why I'm saying your average scores for these guys is only going to be between a 115 and a 120. Are the balls the size of a 16-inch softball? I can show you a ball. You've never seen a Candlepin ball. This is what they look like. That is a Cobra Pro Rubber ball. There you go. See, it fits right in the palm of your hand. And when you throw it, that's how you hold the ball. No. Generally, you're going to want to throw a straight ball. A couple people have a little bit of a hook, but for the most part, a straight ball works the best. It is a pretty ball, isn't it, Travis? I actually really like that ball. And Kevin Dietrich wants me to let you know that that set of 4 is for sale, $100 plus shipping if you can't pick it up. There was actually a conversation about this in a Candlepin group that I'm part of. Technically, you can throw it overhand, but you see that second line that's out there, right there? That's called the lob line, and your ball has to make contact with the lane prior to that, or else it's a foul ball. So you're not going to want to throw it overhand. It's not going to work. Max score is still 300. If you throw 12 strikes, it is at 300. The ball can weigh anywhere from 2 pounds 4 ounces to 2 pounds 7 ounces. Generally, if you have your own set, what a shot from Peter Penny. If you have your own set, it's going to be either 2 6s or 2 7s for the most part. 118 average is great, yes. JJ bowls on Team Riverwalk. So they're somewhere else. I recorded them 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago I was here. 300 has never happened. Nope. 245 is the most that has ever happened. Strikes are just way too hard to get. Same as in 10-pin, you get three throws. There is some of this in Canada, yes. Usually it's the easternmost part of Canada that's along the Atlantic Ocean. Ouch. Ouch. That's a time again where the fallen pin does not help. Ooh, Nichols throwing it in the gutter there. You get 3 throws because it's a really, really hard game, Braden. The third one basically just helps with their score. It's not really going to, you know, you're not going to get any marks out of it. It just helps. Scoring, first ball is still a strike, second ball is still a spare. Same as every other kind of bowling. Your third ball is just total pinfall and that's it. Yeah, I gotta love the spread eagle, huh? I made the spread eagle the other day for a spare. It was an incredible shot. There are a few Candlepin streamers, but I think I stream the most out of everybody. I do not 10-pin bowl, no. I will once in a while, but for the most part, it's Candlepin bowling only for me. This is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. Every league wants more bowlers, yes. Definitely, Andrew. You never want to curve the ball in Candlepin. Generally, you don't want to curve the ball. I don't want to say never. Speed really helps your ball, ESPN. In Candlepin bowling, speed is your friend. You don't get the kinetic energy to make the pins fly around like you do with a 16-pound ball. The ball's only 2 pounds. So the way you do it is you throw the ball harder. Highest string there has been, I think, 4 200s thrown this year. So one of those guys who had the 200. I don't know who had the highest one out of them. Could be JB Gauthier. I have heard of it. I have never actually seen it though, Baz. I've heard he uses the same style ball, but I don't know for sure. Who's the best to ever play the game? It's got I don't know, Craig Holbrook maybe? He's just been doing it for so long. He's probably knocked down more pins than any other Candlepin bowler in the history of the game. Just because he has been a pro bowler for 40 years, and he's just an incredible bowler. Zernicki, sure. Stasha. Why do I choose Candlepin over 10-pin? Well, this is the normal style of bowling around me, so this is what I grew up on. And if I had to choose one or the other, I would still choose Candlepin. It is just more fun. Is picking up splits more common? It's hard to say. Probably, yeah, because we get to use the wood. Yeah, I was doing the same thing again as you. I am definitely better at Candlepin than I am at 10-pin, even though my 10-pin score is generally higher when I go 10-pin bowling, but that's because 10-pin you get a higher score. Oh, it is very frustrating. 100% frustrating. Yes. Pros and cons of Candlepin versus 10-pin. Sure. Pro and 10-pin, you're going to have a higher score, so it'll make you feel better about yourself. It's easier to get your strikes in 10-pin. Candlepin's pros, you get more throws per frame, so you get more for your dollar. Every spare is going to be different because you never know where the wood is going to land. Much faster paced in Candlepin. Less arm damage by throwing a Candlepin ball compared to a 10-pin ball. Average ball speed is, for a male, about 30 to 35 miles an hour in Candlepin. Yep. Lighter ball is great for kids and for older people who have trouble throwing a bigger ball. My day job, I am a bread man. I deliver bread to local grocery stores It is 10 frames, same as 10 pin. How does this compare to duck pin? It's very similar to duck pin, but the smaller ball, taller, skinnier pins, and we leave the wood up there on the lanes. Duck pin clears the pins out. Yeah, Andy, man. I'm a bread man. Oh, very nice. Yep. Yeah, I used to sell the Takis in my area. But then the company that owns Takis hired their own guys to do it instead. How does this compare to football? A great question. But there's too many differences for me to go through them all. I love it, Trevor. Yes. Yeah, always give me a follow if this is something you like. I do own my own route, yes. Yep. I've owned my route since I was 19 years old, so I've been out there for 24 years now in my territory. Very comfortable in it. Why do they keep missing? Because it's a very, very hard game. It is very, very hard. It is only a 4-inch ball. They're throwing 60 feet away, trying to hit a 3-inch pin. It is not easy. There are not a lot of candlepin lanes, no. Yeah, outside of Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine, and Vermont, and Atlantic Canada, you're only going to find 2 in the rest of the country. Yes, this is Massachusetts. This is Riverwalk lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. These are wooden lanes here. Some places have synthetic lanes, but this is a wooden lane. There's a problem with the machine on lane 5, so the owner is down there fixing it up.
Can't be too.
Bread routes up there mob controlled? No, they are not mob controlled. This is the typical bowling around here, yes. It is not 10-pin bowling, which is typical for the rest of the country, though. I agree. You need this in Dallas. We need this all over the country. Candlepin lanes, if they were to be brought around the country, I think it would really take off better. You did not throw 8 strikes in a row. Come on, Bernie. That didn't happen. It is similar to duckpin bowling, yes, with the 3 throws, but it's similar to regular bowling too, you know? Yes, Jimbo, this is Massachusetts. This is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. Cora, what is going on, Cora? I would love to bring it to Vegas. I lived for a while outside of Vegas and absolutely love it out there. Lane length is the exact same length as a 10-pin lane, 60 feet long. Yep, 60 feet long, however many feet wide it is. It's the exact same side. Appreciate it, Jimmy. Max is not bowling with me on Sunday, nope. Sunday's team is me, JT, Lyonnais, Billy Shiner, C-, and Steve Body. It's a great team. When I'm the worst bowler on the team, that is a solid team. And I am definitely, out of those, the worst ones on the team. Yeah, there's still a bunch in Nova Scotia. Yes, we all use our own personal equipment. We all have our own shoes. We all use our own balls. Melissa's down there fixing the thing, whatever happened. Oh, wow, I don't know what happened.
What fucking Tim threw that ball?
120 average is great.
Good job, Timmy.
They should film Kingpin too. That would be hilarious if they did. Candlepin was on The Simpsons once. The building has been here way before the 1920s. It was a hospital at one point, and when smallpox came around here, the third floor was basically where they kept all the smallpox victims, and they ended up burning the top floor of this place off to kill off any of the germs that were left. So if you look at the outside of this building, it's like has a completely flat roof, and that's because there used to be a taller building here before they burned it to the ground. Which is, I don't know, I think it's an interesting story. But yeah, smallpox was huge at one point in the 1800s, so. I know, I'm trying. Okay, looks like she fixed it. Sometimes it takes a while to fix the machines in the back, so. I'm only the double M. I'm not the M cubed. All right, Peter Penny up on the right, John Lescarbeau on the left. 295 to 337, I think, is what the score is right now. No, there is a coating they put on it like once or twice a year, but it is not oiled like it is in 10 bin. My Thanksgiving was great yesterday. Yep. I didn't have to cook dinner. My mother-in-law cooked for us. My son came back from Spain, so it was a really good day. I'm not bowling today, Baz. This is the Pro League. I'm not quite good enough still to bowl with these guys. I'm good enough to sub in once in a while, but not as a consistent bowler. Josh, if you're around here, I could bowl with you. Generally, I say if you want me to bowl with you, we got to come up with a time together separately, and you pay for my bowling. Oh, then you're going to have to come down here. I'm not going up to Canada. I learned a lot of math using the Candlepin paper sheets. This is the pro level, yes. This is the Friday Night Pro League. Now, what kind of bowling is this? This is called Candlepin Bowling, Patrick, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. And it is very old school. This place prides itself on the old school feel. The lanes are the original lanes from the 1920s. Still pencil and paper, yep. There's no automatic scoring. There's no machines to keep your score at all. Like I said, pencil and paper. Oh, what a ball from Matt Nichols. Where is this located? Maddie, this is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. You could drink alcohol while playing this. I never do. I only drink lemonade while I'm bowling. But there is a very cheap, the cheapest you'll ever find, bar directly behind me. Hey, that sounds like a lot of fun in Webster. I can't wait, Josh. You let me know. Oh, I love hearing it, Mike. I love hearing that. I also think it's the coolest, but... And you have the coolest commentator. Oh my god, there were so many ashtrays in the tables back in the day. Matt Nichols might work there at Timberlanes. I know he's there all the time. Well, you can still smoke inside here, but only in the bar part. Mohegan. Okay. Troy missing the head pin, but man, those pins want to fall over there. JT all over the head pin and leaving a huge split. Wow, nice try on that one. Nice try. JT's got a lot of wood to work with and misses where he wanted to go. He wanted to clip that pin right at the very end of it. I think that was the best way he was going to take both. Too many trolls tonight. Too many. No, I have seen a lot of people with a really, really hard throw that are really, really bad. I've seen a lot of bad bowlers who throw the ball really, really hard. Oh, absolutely. Anytime you can make a nice cut shot, like, it's incredible. It feels so good.
Academy versus
Nayu, this is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. They can hear me once in a while. The place is pretty loud right now, so they can't necessarily hear everything I'm saying, but they can definitely hear me.
Come on, Timmy!
That is correct, user, because this is Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. 3 throws per frame is correct. First ball is still a strike, second ball is still a spare, third ball is just total pinfall. Now, I don't know if there's any Candlepin in Auckland, New Zealand. Candlepin bowling, CS. Best score you can have for one game is a 300. You throw 12 strikes just like in 10 pin, you'd have a 300, but it has never happened in the history of the game. Yeah, it's a very regional sport. Outside of northern New England, you're not going to find Candlepin bowling at all. Oh no, they throw it hard. What is modern bowling? Do you just mean 10-pin bowling? I mean, if you don't even know the name of it, it can't be the best bowling. You know what I mean? Ah, thank you about my mic. I pride myself on my mic. I've heard it's similar to something called Skittles, but I've never actually seen Skittles before. Why do they throw it so hard? Because the ball isn't as big as a 10-pin, so in order to get the energy you need, you got to throw it a little harder. Believe it or not, the shoulders generally don't hurt CS. The knees will go before anything else. The ball weighs anywhere from 2 pounds 4 ounces to 2 pounds 7 ounces. Best bowling is Candlepin. Absolutely, Mark. Couldn't agree more. Yeah, it's never happened in the history of the game, but it is possible. So that's one of the great things about doing Candlepin too. Any time you go out there and start throwing, you could break world records. I've heard that, job, believe it or not. Yeah, it could be. They definitely stretch beforehand, because if they don't, they couldn't walk the next day. So your average man in Candlepin throws the ball between 30 and 35 miles an hour. Some guys definitely throw it harder. I've seen some people throw it upwards of 50 miles an hour. What game is this? This is called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling. Oh man, that would be great. I mean, I had that before, but who invented Candlepin? I don't know who invented Candlepin. Good question, though. When was the... Oh no, that's terrible, Travis. That's terrible. When was the high score record done? Ralph Sem hit it in the 1980s, and Chris Sargent, the most recent one, did it in 2012, I believe. 2 people have done 245. Yeah, it makes the spares in 10s. Oh, what a shot there from Billy Shiner. It makes every spare in 10 shot different, because there is always something new. You know, the pins are always in a different position out there. likes have kind of slowed down, guys. We got 500 people here and only 16,000 likes. We gotta boost those numbers a little bit. Billy Shiner, great ball there. He's on a double strike, so that is 6 on his first one for 26, and 8 on 6 and 8. Great game from Billy Shiner. You'll be seeing that on. That's true, Lee. That is true. You'll be seeing him bowling with me on Sunday. It is a hard rubber, and the average Candlepin lasts for about 15 years, believe it or not. Yeah, I mean, to be able to tie it, at least, must feel great. Average score in Candlepin, if you can average 100, you'll be the best bowler in your league. If you can average about a 115 to a 120, you'll be bowling alongside these guys. And if you can average a 135, you'll be the best in the game. I mean, at least needs to be on ESPN the Ocho, right? Right? I feel like I'm opening myself up if we start letting the witty trolls in. Average weight of a ball is between 2 pounds 4 ounces and 2 pounds 7 ounces. With guys who have their own, generally staying in the 2.6, 2.7 range. 10 frames, just like in 10 pin. 12, if you throw 12 strikes in a row, it is still a 300. What a shot from John Lescarbeau. There's 10 pins in the same configuration as 10 pin. Peter Penny making his shot too. That's what I love to hear. I love hearing that you're intrigued with it, that you want to know more about it. Candlepin is the best form of bowling, without a doubt. So.
Hey, I like it.
Yeah, there's definitely a technique. You have to learn how to hit the down pins to be able to make them go where you want to go. So basically, you just got to learn what edge of the pin to hit to make it spin different ways or go different ways. Through 8, it was 390 to 453, with Central Park having a huge lead. I agree, but you can never leave the down pins in 10 pin. The ball is just too big and would damage the pins. The smaller ball definitely helps in that aspect.
One big last one, buddy. Come on.
And the pins being just made of a solid rubber really help also. Hey, Kevin Dietrich up on the right. On the head pin. Ooh, big nasty split there. Matt Nichols crushing the head pin with just as bad of a split, honestly. Alright. See what Kevin can do. He's going to have to split those two and cut it over. Matt, I don't know how he's going to make this. Matt is a much harder shot. If the pins are down, they count, yes. If the pin is in the gutter and you hit the ball with it, it does not count, if that makes sense. Any pin that's in the gutter is considered a deadwood, and you're not allowed to use those ones. Yes, the lanes are still 60 feet long. And they're still 12 inches apart, also. So there's actually more space in between the two pins than two balls could fit in between. The balls being only 4.5 inches wide. No oil on the lanes, Yo-Yo. No. These are just straight wooden lanes. Most strikes I've gotten in a game, I know I've had at least 5. Because I had 4 strikes in a row in one game, and that was worth $2,400. But I'm not really sure if I've done more than that and they just weren't all connected. Is there a pin nearby? There is not really a pin nearby, I'm sorry. Oh, there's definitely people who drink a lot while bowling. Again, shoulders are not really a thing that gets injured too much. Usually the lane would get beat up, but remember, it's only a 2-pound ball, so it doesn't get beat up that bad. And there is a coating put on it about twice a year that kind of protects it. Like it's like a wax coating. But it's not the oil that you're used to in 10-pin. Generally, first you want to hit the head pin just a little off to the side. Right where Sean just put that is where you want to hit it. He threw a perfectly placed ball. And you can hit it on the 1-2 side or the 1-3 side, and it would be fine. Generally, you don't want to hook the ball because it takes speed off your ball to put a spin on it, and you want more speed on your ball to get more pin action. The ball can weigh anywhere from 2 pounds 4 ounces to 2 pounds 7 ounces. It really was. Like he threw just like the perfect ball, and still didn't get the strike because strikes just are really hard in this game. The pins weigh 2 pounds 8 ounces, so a ball cannot weigh more than the pins themselves. That's why you can leave the pins up there. They're not. They're tapered. Each end is a little bit skinnier than the middle. Oh, what a strike there from Tim Douglas. Ooh. Sean Landry making his 10 at least. Every pin counts. You never know when a game is going to come down to one pin. Oh, what a ball from Tim Douglas on his strike. Wait, it's rolling. It's rolling. Is it going to hit it and knock it down? No, it missed it completely. No, I actually like the angle I get from this. This is my favorite angle to use. Maybe even a little bit higher and farther back would be better, but we do what we can. My highest game is a 164. Happened a couple of years ago. I'd really like to beat it sometime soon. Yep, so game 2 just finished. And I don't know, I can't do that math real that quick. I'll wait till they finish their math. And then I will let you know. I will let you know very, very quickly, though. Tim, this is called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. I do know that Central Park won that one by a fair amount. So they should have totals also right now. Pro average is like a 115 to a 120. Highest game tonight so far was Billy Shiner's 132 that he just threw. That double strike at the end was huge. Same shoes as 10-pin, yep. That's a great night, Randy. That is a great night of bowling. Yes. Yes, everybody here has their own set of, it's a set of Candlepin bowling balls. You buy them in sets of 4. That is where the ball has really just made a dent over the years. These lanes are almost 100 years old. So they've gotten some damage over the time. 4 strikes, the most I've ever thrown in a row, and it was worth $2,400 when I got it. Yeah, basically you wait for the bowler on your right to go first, and then once they're done, you can throw your ball. And it just goes that quickly, over and over again. No 10 pin. This is just a Candlepin house. Most places in this area are just Candlepin. Billy Shiner, nice spare. Oh, Matt Lawless with a nice try. And he gets the 10 at least. He's throwing a ball down there now just to clear the gutter. 4 strikes is the only thing we really go for. There's a 4-strike pool you can enter for $1 every time you go to your league. And if you hit 3 strikes in a row, you get $20. If you hit 4 strikes in a row, you hit the jackpot. And the jackpot, when I hit it, was $2,400. It is extremely hard to throw 4 strikes in a row. Oh, are you kidding me? All of the groupies around Sun Tzu? Oh yeah, absolutely. Fighting them off with sticks up here. Most strikes I've ever seen. I think I've seen 5, maybe 6. But again, we don't really count that. I've seen we just count marks generally. I've seen 9 marks, or 10 marks in a row was Dean Sullivan did that. This is definitely Amesbury. Dog Latte, what is going on, buddy? How does the ball return work? I don't know. I don't know the machines in the back very well at all. That is definitely an answer for, or a question for like Mark Ritchie or somebody else than me. You can curve the ball, but generally you don't want to. Generally you want to throw a harder, faster ball. And curving the ball definitely slows the ball down. Anu Morris, what's happening, buddy? Good to see you again. No, it is only always 3. Because on your third ball, it is just a 10. There is no bonus balls at all. It's not a spare if you get them all down your third throw. This is a league, yes. This is the Friday Night Candlepin Pro League. There you go. Thank you, Kyle, because I would have had no idea how to answer that. That is a beautiful answer. Generally, if you can average between that 115 and 120 mark, that is the general, if you can hit that area, then you can consider yourself one. It's mostly just you got to get picked up by one of these teams. There's plenty of great bowlers who are not a part of this league that are better than these guys. Requirements for being a pro, basically just having a good average and entering all the tournaments that you can. No, a faster ball, a slower ball doesn't equal accuracy in Candlepin. You want to throw it as hard as you can while still maintaining your accuracy. So you don't want to overthrow it, but you do want to throw a fast ball. Scoring is about the same as 10 pin, with first ball still being a strike, second ball still being a spare, third ball being total pinfall. So, Chris, can you imagine saying the same thing in baseball? You're watching a major league pitcher say, man, if they just threw it slower, they would have more accuracy, and that's just not always the case, Bill B, it's good to have you here, being a follower. I appreciate it. So we buy our ball in sets of 4, and they can run you anywhere from $200 to $400, depending on the place you buy it and what material you want and all that stuff, coloring and weight of the ball. But for a set of 4, between $200 and $400. These lanes are almost 100 years old. So yes, they have some wear and tear on them over the course of 100 years. That's going to happen. Mungo, this is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. Yeah, yeah. No, really, I don't know. I don't know that Jenna. It's weird. There's a bunch of Jennas that I've been asked about. Usually it's Miss Tolls that they want to know about. Not towels, but tolls. So there's 10 frames in this. Same as in 10-pin. Yep, I bowl at Academy for the most part also. This is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. Is the ball white? Nobody has a white set. A really good score in Candlepin is 100. If you can average 100, you'll be one of the better bowlers in most leagues. Louis, this is called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. Yes, that is an automatic pin setter still. There haven't been people setting up the pins since the 1930s and 40s. I could, but I'll do that at the end of the broadcast if you're still around. Mostly because I have a pretty good angle here, and I don't want to get people sick. People really don't like the camera moving a lot. Your first husband grew up in Amesbury? Nice. I grew up here in Amesbury also. This is my hometown where I grew up, so I personally love Amesbury. There is one in New York State, yes, but it's up in Albany. In this house, it is just pencil and paper still. A lot of places use automatic scoring, and most places use electronic scoring at the minimum. But there's a lot of automatic scoring places now. No oil on the lanes. Nope. This is about 45 minutes from Boston. No Candlepin in Tennessee. The ball weight is not always the same. People's sets of balls that they use are all going to be the same weight. But my set might not be the same as JT's set, might not be the same as Sean Landry's set. Vermette. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of family that works there and have worked there throughout the years. Yeah. My mother still works there, actually. She makes all the chicken salad there. Lee does a fantastic job, Louisiana. He really does. He's the best moderator. I fully agree with you. He does it all. Well, it's Candlepin, not Candlestick. It's still Candlepin bowling. You can curve the ball, but generally it's going to slow your ball down, and we want a lot of speed on our ball. So a straight throw is better, generally. I made John a moderator today. He's back, sort of. If Jill was around, she would also be here. But you're definitely the best moderator. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, what a shot from Matt Lawless right there. Billy Shiner trying to break that spread eagle up. Oh, what a try on that one. There you go, Travis. Sorry, I made you a moderator too. You're gonna help out Lee. You have the power now. Much faster speed than 10-pin bowling. I did. See that little thing next to your name, Travis? You're stuck. You're stuck doing it now. Scoring is almost the same as 10-pin bowling. First ball still being a strike, second ball still being a spare. Third ball being the only difference, and that is just total pinfall, and that's it. I do stream tournaments whenever I do them. I will be streaming my Sunday tournament that I'll be at. That starts at 10 o'clock, I think, on Sunday morning. So I'll be doing that. I also stream Sunday nights sometimes, and then every Tuesday night I stream. Hoagie! There's another moderator right there. My boy Hoagie. Hoagie, can you believe this is Candlepin bowling and it is the best kind of bowling there is? Yeah, 10 a.m. Warm-ups start at 9:30, so I might start recording at that point. Viewer count is incredible tonight, yes. 71 shares is a big help right there. Yes, you do get an average after. Usually, it's like 10 games is when you really start having an average. You want to see the score sheet? Sean, can I see one of the score sheets, even if it's one of the old ones? They want to know what it looks like. There you go. Here's what a score sheet looks like. I don't want to miss that strike from Kevin Dietrich. Yeah, Matt Nichols up there, going up head-to-head against Kevin Dietrich. The last game, I know I had said I was going to give you the scores, and I didn't. It was 508 to 583. Central Park dominating that game. They were saying before, a couple viewers were saying that this basically is a pay-per-view event right here with Kevin Dietrich and Matt Nichols. I heard the other bowler saying this was a head-to-head matchup. What a single pin hit. Let's go. Matt Nichols, 7-10 split. I think he hit it where he should have, but just didn't want to go. Yeah, the number of shares tonight have been fantastic. The likes are roughly where it should be, but with the number of people we've had, I would have expected a little bit more likes. I think it's more entertaining than 10-pin bowling, Eric. I agree with you. JT picking one at a time, left to right. He really is, believe it or not, Chris. And he, I bowled with him in a tournament on Thanksgiving Eve, and he was the best bowler there for 2 straight games. He ended up throwing a 6. Oh, look at that! He threw a strike for you. I am a little biased. Yeah, me and JT go way back. We've been friends for probably, I don't know, 15 years. So I think that's probably it, Travis. That's why I kind of try to remind once in a while, even though I don't really care as much as some of the other people who do this like for a living. But I do it for my own ego that I like those likes. Then I can tell people, oh, I got 30,000 likes last night. Toe over the line is definitely a rule in Candlepin, yes. Yes. But the camera makes it look a lot worse than it is. Where is this? This is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. the weight of the ball. So they can range from 2 pounds 4 ounces to 2 pounds 7 ounces. With most people who have their own being 2.6s or 2.7s. The 2.4s are mostly like the glow bowling balls or more ones for kids. Bradley, it is the most fun version of bowling that there is. No question, no doubt in my mind. No holes for fingers. Nope. You basically just palm the ball. Arm feels great after bowling. Everyone says that about the arms and the shoulders, but it's only a 2-pound ball, so it's like throwing a baseball, you know? 80 to 100 times a night. This is definitely New England. This is Amesbury, Massachusetts. It's funny you mentioned, has anyone ever added weight to a ball? I was talking with Mark Ritchie one night, and he made a 4-pound Candlepin bowling ball. And he said after using it one time, it was so ridiculous that he threw them away. Okay, I can make a video about how my mods should be a mod. Lots of likes, lots of muting. Louisiana, thank you. User 4329 and other numbers. If you're whatever you're asking, I can't see it. TikTok has changed it, filtered it out. So no, it was too good. Damn it, it was too strong, I guess. I don't know if it was breaking pins or what it was doing. He just said it was too ridiculous, and he got rid of them right away. I think he joked around about throwing them in the river, but I'm not 100% sure if it was a joke or not. This is such an old bowling alley that the ball returns are on the outside of the lanes rather than in between. So every 2 frames when they swap sides, they have to swap all the balls over. That's why they do that. 60 feet long, the same exact length as a 10-pin lane. No oil on a Candlepin lane. Nope. Travis, anything homophobic, anything making fun of the individual bowlers for their weight or what they look like is generally not okay. Sometimes just like the fake bowling comments, it's just easier to mute them right away. Hey, I was also born and raised here in Amesbury. It is my hometown. There's 10 pins in the same configuration as 10-pin bowling. Anything that you consider rude is usually a good enough reason, and I will trust you completely. This is a pro scratch league, that is correct, yep. Faster is generally better as a general rule, yes. Yep, so because we don't have a 16-pound ball to get that energy, we have to throw a faster ball to make it so the pins move around more. You can definitely make a 7-10 split. It's actually a little bit easier in this because we leave the fallen pins down, so we can sometimes make it with the wood. Number of comments hit an all-time high today. I love that. That's huge. When's this going to be on ESPN? Someone needs to talk, you know? Someone needs to talk to somebody at ESPN. Each frame is 3 throws, correct. First ball is still a strike, second ball is still a spare. Your third ball is just total vertical. It is called Candlepin bowling. When you say just bowling, you're probably thinking of 10-pin bowling, which is what that's actually called. Well, Josh Daly is an incredible bowler. Josh Daly is one of the best in the entire game.
Come on, John! Hit it for him!
Yeah. So it's the only form of bowling where they leave the pins down to make your spares and your 10s. I go 10-pin bowling about once a year. just for something fun and different to do. I don't normally go 10-pin bowling. I'm not in any leagues or anything like that. There's a family of 4 that have been here the entire time that I've been here. And then there's a couple people who came over from the bar and were playing for a little while too. But obviously, I'm focused on these 2, and they're not going to put open bowlers next to these guys. Yeah, that was a nice spare. This is the 3rd and final game. It is. You get to throw the ball as hard as you want up there. It's fun. High score for Candlepin is 245. It's happened twice. Yes, this is a Candlepin house only. You do bring your own, well, obviously you don't have to have your own equipment. Just like in 10-pin, where you can rent shoes and use the house balls. But generally you're going to want your own stuff. Yes, you can hit the down pins as long as they're on the lane themselves. Anything in the gutter you can't use, but as long as a pin is still on the lane, you can definitely use it. Strikes are difficult, yes. Jill is here with the heart me. Thank you, Jill. Appreciate that. Look at that. Another moderator's here now. I fully agree, Camp. But I can't tell people that. Zion Berry, whatever you were asking, I can't read it. You want to hit just off the head pin. It's not necessarily the pocket, but you want to hit the head pin on the side. You buy them in sets of 4, Jim. Troy Fournier leaving just the 1-5 standing. Yes, having your own ball helps not in the same ways it does in 10-pin. 10-pin, like if you have your own ball, it can have all sorts of like, I don't know, like things on the inside to help it and have it fit to your individual grip and everything. Mostly Candlepins are just going to be a consistent weight and feel every single time. That's the biggest help. Jill with all sorts of gifts. Sweet potatoes, toffee apples, snowflakes. I agree. We need to do something about that. Get more Candlepin bowling around. Nothing in Alabama, I am sorry.
I just paid for the spare time. No, I just sent them the money.
JT off the head pin there. See, consistently off to the right. It is still 10 frames, yes. Yep, 10 frames. If you throw 12 strikes, it is still a 300. Same as in 10-pin. I have played duckpin bowling not too often. I think I've gone duckpin bowling like 3 times in my life. There's only one place in anywhere near me to go duckpin bowling. So we don't go very often. I'm not a rap fan, so I can't even tell you. Eddie Flo, I know Eddie. Of course I know Mr. Cornball. I've got my cornball set at home. Of course I do. I've got an ornament on my tree that Eddie made for me. A good average is 100. If you can average 100, you'll be one of the best bowlers in your league. If you can average a 115 to a 120, you can bowl with these guys. If you can average a 135, you'll be the best in the game. He's doing a lot of stuff with his dog now. So the ball has to make contact with the lane prior to the lob line, which is that line right there. So you have to roll the ball. Yep, good old moonshine, yes. There is one in New York, in upstate New York, in Albany. If you want everyone to try, go to Albany, you could try this. Yeah, there is a lob line, so you can't throw it like all the way down there. Oh, Tim Douglas making a single pin. Yes, there's 2 ball returns. One on the they're both on the outside, rather than one in between. And that all stems from this place was around before automatic pin setters, so there used to be children in the back who would set the pins for everybody, and they would have a set. They would sit in between 5 and 6, and then reset them up in between. Yes, there is 4 frames to go for each ball. So I assume it's going to be about 20 minutes more, 25 minutes more. Yeah, hasn't been any babysitting for me for quite a while. Not since my my niece was a baby. Make Candlepin great again. There has never been a 300 thrown. We have our own version of a perfect game in Candlepin, and that is what you would know in 10-pin as a clean game. We call that a perfect game here, just because a 300 has never happened. Can you see a ball up close? Sure. I can show you another ball up close. What a shot from Matt Lawless. I'm not going to have punch on him anytime soon. So this is what a ball looks like. This is the Cobra Pro Rubber ball. It's right in the palm of my hand. My hand has been eaten by a cat, so that's what all those marks are. And those balls are for sale, by the way. Kevin Dietrich is selling them for $100 if anyone wants a set of 4. Used. Oh, great ball from Matt Lawless. Yeah, I like the design too. Oh, what a strike from Billy Shiner. Way to go. Huge strike right there. Yeah, Matt Lawless making his spare. 9 and another is a great thing to do. Right, John Lescarbeau is up on the right, and Peter Penny is up on the left.
588 to 579.
John Lescarbeau all over the head pin. Wow. Peter Penny. Great ball from Peter Penny. No luck, though, on that one. Oh, come on. Peter! What a try. What a try. I don't know, Lee. Because they all show up at some point. You know, they can't all be there through the entire thing. I mean, you can, but how far can the pins come down the lane on the first ball? So there's actually a line down there. It's about 6 inches in front of the head pin. There's an actual line, and we can usually tell if they need to be moved. So the ball can be either a hard rubber or urethane. I think that's all there is. There might be other stuff, but that's pretty much what it is. Either urethane or a hard rubber. Edward, this is called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. It doesn't surprise me. This is a very regional sport, and it's pretty much only found here in northern New England and Atlantic Canada. Lane 7 is calling my name. I am not bowling tonight, no. This is just the pro bowlers. I am good enough to fill in once in a while, but I am not good enough to be on one of these teams. The ball can weigh anywhere from 2 pounds 4 ounces to 2 pounds 7 ounces. It is really better to throw it harder. Yes. Yes, it is. As a general rule, that is true, Rick. Oh, Kevin Dietrich. Punching straight through. Matt Nichols hitting the single pin for the spare. Ooh. Somehow that pin went through all those pins and knocked nothing down. I'll never understand the physics of this game sometimes. Kevin Dietrich hitting just the 3-pin. One single pin there. Strikes are rare in this game, yes. Generally, pro bowlers throw about 1 strike per game on average. Kevin Dietrich throwing the same hole. Taking out just the 9-pin on that one. Matt Nichols throwing through the same exact hole also. Yeah, Sunday it'll be an all-day event. As long as we keep winning, it'll be an all-day event on Sunday. There is no Candlepin lanes in Michigan at all, I'm sorry. Outside of northern New England, you're only going to find 2 Candlepin bowling alleys in the rest of the country. And that is only in Ohio and New York. TG, this is called Candlepin bowling, and it is the best kind of bowling there is. JT hitting the head pin perfectly and getting garbage. Troy Fournier hitting the head pin perfectly and getting a much better leave. JT hitting the object pin and nothing. 100% you need one of these in Kentucky. Nope. This is not duckpin. This is called Candlepin bowling, and it's the best kind of bowling there is. Duckpin is more found in the mid-Atlantic regions, and they have a bigger ball and slightly smaller, fatter pins. There is no Candlepin bowling in Arizona. If you look it up, it's probably duckpin, or it might be a thing called mini bowling, which is not real bowling. Okay, yeah, I can let you know. Send me a message on here, and I will get you in touch with the guy who has them for sale. Like I said, $100. You'd have to pay for shipping or pick it up from him. That is not at all true, Steve. Not at all true. Yeah, mini bowling is a 15-foot lane? 20-foot lane? Highest game I've ever recorded is a 245. It's happened twice. Yeah, this is definitely a Massachusetts sport. What a shot there from Tim Douglas. Doesn't want to go, though. Where in Ohio? You can find it right outside of Cincinnati at a place called the Wyoming Civic Center. But if you do want to use it, you do have to rent out the entire building, from what I'm told. It's more for like a corporate event than for like a league bowl or anything like that. I want to try 5-pin. It's one of those things that I want to try. Well, I'm trying to get that to be my tagline. You know, I have T-shirts. I have T-shirts for sale that say that. So, you know. So this is a league night, but it is a pro bowling league night. These lanes are almost 100 years old, believe it or not. It was built in the 1920s. Well, I would have given it to you when you came up here to buy your place, but you didn't want to hang out with me. Most of these guys are going to break 100. Most of these guys are going to break 100. They average about a 115 to a 120 for the most part. You know, do they have bad games? We all do. We all have bad games. Basically, you can average a 115 to a 120 and compete with all the other really good bowlers out there. Yeah, Travis took care of that. beard, the more likely you are to be on Central Park teams. Yes. I am once in a while, yes, Vance. But there's definitely games where I throw a 74. How did I do on Wednesday at Lakeside? We did really well. We threw a 1200 as a team. But the cutoff to get paid was a 1206. So we missed it by 6 pins, unfortunately. No, generally you want to throw a faster ball to get the pins to dance around. I don't know who invented Candlepin ball. I don't know if there's a person or what. I know it was invented in Worcester, but that's about all I know. Okay. Yep, I will get you in touch with Kevin Dietrich, who's the seller for it. And then you guys can talk, you know. Kevin's a great guy, honest, so. It is definitely not easy, Brady, but it's definitely easier to throw the ball than it is in 10-pin. It's a lot lighter of a ball. It makes it a lot easier to throw the ball. Of course I've seen Kingpin. Are you kidding me? Like, it's a bowling movie, so you have to. Are you on lefty? Yeah. Yes. Yes, he is. He's the guy in the bright pink shirt. Somebody wants to buy those balls. Yeah. So I said I would put you in touch with them. Oh, he's giving me this weird look now. Whatever. Oh, that's pretty cool. It does look easy, Brady, but it's a lot harder than you might think. Hey, from the UK. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, yep, they bolt together in the Nico. Those are real wood floors, yes. A 204 in Candlepin would be huge. It's the best score I've ever seen. So I'm going to assume you meant 10-pin. Scoring works almost the exact same as 10-pin, with first ball still being a strike, second ball still being a spare, third ball being the only difference, and that is just total pinfall only. From Lithuania. That's huge. I love it. Thank you. Between this and Duckpin, not the same, but they're similar. What a shot from Peter Penny. Duckpin balls are slightly bigger than Candlepin balls. Their pins are short and fat, kind of look like 10 pins, but much shorter. And they don't leave the wood on the lanes. They have to clear the dead wood. Oh no, 42. That hurts. That hurts. Peter Penny just hitting the 3-pin, and that's it. You won't see that in 10-pin. You won't see just the 3-pin being hit. Oh, what a shot from Peter Penny. Come on. There it is. There it is. They do not oil the lanes. No, they don't. Pin two, I don't know what you mean by that. That was a beautiful spare. After hitting just the 3-pin and then getting that, that's beautiful. What do we have for a pin difference right now? Yeah, Peter Penny with a nice 7. What do you mean by do they have to fix wood? I don't know what that means. So generally you want to hit the head pin off to one side or the other. Yeah, you would think so. There is a protective coating of like wax put on it like twice a year or so. But a 2-pound ball really doesn't damage the lanes as much as like a 16-pound wood. Where is this? This is Riverwalk Lanes in Amesbury, Massachusetts. Definitely in the United States, yep. And Nichols, nice spare. We need one in all parts of this country. We really do, Chico.
Take it off, Kev. You got it.
We need somebody with a lot of money to start investing in this game.
There you go.
That is not me. In this area, this is more popular than 10-pin bowling.
There you go.
That is not me. In this area, this is more popular than 10-pin bowling. Yes. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, that sometimes they'll just fall up there. And then when they go down there, they'll remove it like tomorrow or something. We have no snow here. A little bit farther north, like 20 minutes north of here, there's a lot of snow, but we didn't get any. No, it's not the biggest moneymaker. I agree.
There it is.
I always love to hear when people are bowling Candlepin for the first time and love seeing their scores and their reactions. How's the scoring work? Almost the exact same as 10-pin, with first ball still being a strike, second ball still being a spare, and third ball being total pinfall. This is a pro league, yes. So they bowl. Wow, great ball from Kevin.
Oh, now he wants to show up.
I have never had a striking corn bowl either. That is so incredibly hard. I've gotten a few spares, but that's about it. A perfect game is still a 300. It has never happened in the history of Candlepin bowling. I don't know, Sam. But that doesn't mean anything. Yes, correct. In Candlepin, there is no oil on a lane. Oh, what a shot from JT. Incredible shot right there.
That an academic?
This is called Candlepin bowling. Who's the best in the world right now? It would either be Danny Harris or Josh Daly. Probably Josh, but can be either one of them. They're both two incredible bowlers, and they bowl on the same team. So it's not baseballs; it is a Candlepin ball. I am not one of the best. No. I'm not even good enough to bowl with these guys. I'm a good bowler. In most leagues, I would be an anchor bowler. I would be the best one on my team and best one in the league. But I'm still not on the level of these guys. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Candlepin is a very regional sport, so it doesn't really get out there like other places and other things. Candlepin's the best. I saw someone post a video of their strike the other day, and it had to have taken 45 seconds for all the pins to fall. And I was talking with, I think it was Mark Ritchie who was telling me the story of like a 5-minute strike where the pin was rolling back towards us and stayed in the lane and then started rolling backwards and hit the final pin. Yeah, these are very old lanes. They're almost 100 years old. Well, if you saw bad bowlers, you would know that these guys were really, really good. Nice shot from Tim Douglas right there. Very popular in Mass, yeah. Oh, nice try. Sean Landry finishing up with a 94 there. What's the point of this? Very same as every other form of bowling. I have never heard of 8-pin bowling. No, that would be a new one for me. It's not just throw it as hard as you can, but you do want speed on your ball. That is correct, Isaiah. I know someone asked to look at the lanes and what the lanes look like. I'll show you the bowling alley. Yeah, that guy, Tim Douglas, very legit. Let me show you the lanes now if you want to see. So there's only 8 lanes here. Those are all the different kinds of bowling pins. There's 10 pins, duck pins, candle pins. There's a couple of Boston pins right there. A bunch of records and stuff. There we go. The entrance is right there. You got some random stuff there. This is the front desk. Candlepin bottle opener, Candlepin lamp. Riverwalk lanes. Here's all the pricing here. Very good pricing. Definitely the cheapest.
Next door, it's $3 a string.
Yep. He's talking about the bar next door, how it's so cheap. Sorry, there we go. And the supports all look like candle pins also. But anyway, everybody, I want to thank everyone for showing up tonight. Thank you for all the new subscribers, the new follows. We had a huge night tonight, and I would love it, Kentucky. I love it. But thank you all for everything. Thanks for the follows. I appreciate it. If this is something you like, give me a follow because I go live all the time. And we're doing a huge tournament on Sunday. It's going to be a lot of fun. So until then, have a great night, a great weekend. Shadow Puff, sending a heart puff. Thank you, thank you. Shadow Phoenix, sorry. I said Shadow P. I just assumed it was going to be a puff. But anyway, I will see you all on Sunday. Have a great night, everybody.